Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised to see you're still here. What you doing, court?
Yeah, well, running a bit late.
Well, I'll come back later then.
Jake, come on in. No problem. So, I hear that you bought the Brock penthouse. I had a penthouse in that building once.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Good view.
Oh, it's a shame you moved to the flatlands.
Yeah, well, less exciting, I guess, but time that I sort of came down to earth.
Yeah, it's too bad, because we could have been neighbors, would have been more convenient.
Yeah. Well, I can think of one person that wouldn't regard that as a blessing.
Ah, you mean a little wife?
Oh, she'll be still happy to come and visit you. As will I. So, when do we visit Casa Donnelly North?
You mean Casa Donnelly? Are you kidding? That place looks like a Hong Kong condo.
Oh, I'm sure you'll adapt nicely.
No way. Matter of fact, I'm going over there now to see about some redecorating. What'd you do, get a haircut?
What makes you think that?
Oh, I was just remembering Rome, that's all.
So, you're really starting to settle down, aren't you? I mean, next bit you'll be getting married and all.
Ho, 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 ho. I'm not that ready to settle down. Aren't you worried about getting to court?
And especially?
Why not? It's your case. You broke it wide open.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Oh, come on, Robert. I know you pretty well. What's got you so down?
That obvious?
Well, to a working buddy, yes.
Well, Ken Morgan came in here this morning. The guy was on cloud nine. Conviction here's going to propel him straight into the Senate.
Well, it was ever thus.
Knock over a bottle, win a Cupid doll, or a trip to Albany.
Sound a little disillusioned with your work, old buddy.
Only between old friends.
Uh-huh.
Incidentally, speaking of work, the WSB alerted you to Carlos turning up here. Has he?
Oh, yes, they did, old eagle ear.
Yeah?
I've checked all the incoming flights and local hotels, but no such luck so far.
How do you know he's not already here? The guy was pretty good at disguises, as I recall.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
Rome. Now, he got away from you in Rome. I never did hear the end of that. Well, what happened? How did he do it?
He disguised himself as a nun.
Ah, they were the great days, Sean.
Yeah, they were great days, and you sound like you're itching to get back to them. So I'm going to mention it one more time. WSB would be happy to get you back. Hell, they'd roll out the red carpet. You've been thinking about it?
I admit it's crossed my mind, but my roots are here.
Meaning Holly is here. Think she could ever handle you getting back into harness? Being away week after week? Living from moment to moment, usually in danger?
Few wives could.
That's why the WSB has a golden rule. Agents never marry.
And it makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
Now I've got to get out of court, otherwise Morgan's going to be wondering where his star witness is.
Well, walk you over there.
Carlos dressed as a nun, eh?
Yeah. He's fingering his worry beads right under our noses.
They were the days, weren't they?
They were. The great days.
You never could wear a hat, you know that?
That's
never
right, you
wear
can't
any
wear
good
a hat.
hat. And you could do it a haircut, too.
Really?
You could have a haircut like mine.
No, I don't want a haircut like yours.
You may begin, Mr. Morgan. Thank you, Your Honor. My opening remarks will be brief.
Brevity is always appreciated.
The state will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the defendant is guilty as charged. Guilty of murder in the second degree. And who is this defendant? This woman who deliberately took a gun, loaded it, and filled with malice, squeezed the trigger, and ended the life of a fellow man.
Objection, Your Honor. You're out of order, Mr. Madison. Reserve your remarks for your own opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying, who is this defendant, this killer, this murderer? The answer is, she is many things, Your Honor, a great many. Sometimes, for example, she calls herself Jenny Blake. At other times, she chooses to be called Mrs. Rick Weber, a wife, mother, and a homemaker. But the list goes on because the killer on trial here today has still another name. She is Virginia Geller. And who is Virginia Geller? She is a convicted felon, an ex-convict, and who else is she? The one-time paramour of a dope pusher, Hal Geller. Mrs. Rick Weber, Jenny Blake, Virginia Geller, all one of the same, all guilty of masquerade, of deception, and most heinous of all, guilty of murder.
You know, as I recall, Alice used to dress up as a bum. Maybe you should check out the waterfront.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I've got a few canaries down there. If you ask me nicely, maybe I'll help you out.
Well, all right. That would be nice, too. And speaking officially, your help was greatly appreciated, Robert. Especially now that you're in disguise.
Will you cool it with the hair jokes, huh?
All right, I'm sorry. It's just that when you rejoin the WSB, you go right undercover. I'll see you.
Not soon.
The defense is claiming not guilty by reason of justifiable homicide, Your Honor. And to that we respond, if that is true, why didn't the defendant call the police the night she committed her deed? We will further show in direct testimony that at the very moment Virginia Blake Weber snuffed out a life, Bobbie Brock was lying there, injured and unconscious. Did the supposedly justified killer go to her aid? Did she think that her victim might only be wounded and that prompt medical attention might save his life? No, she did none of these things, as she states in her own confession. Well then, what did she do after killing? She willfully and maliciously tried to frame Bobbie Brock as the murderer. This was willful, this was ruthless, and this was premeditated. Finally, the state will prove conclusively that Virginia Blake Weber knew the police didn't need her confession, not with an airtight case against her. And that, Your Honor, is the only reason she finally confessed. Now, we intend to prove, Your Honor, that this woman, this convicted felon, this killer, is guilty as charged. Guilty of murder in the second degree.